So today's video features the letter E for engine. No, that's Sesame Street. Yes, there is another Ducati Monster video because I want to go through this build and get to a stage where I'm actually waiting for things to do in the Ducati so then I can move on to other things. But whilst there are things to be doing to this, two things especially that we need to do, and that is to paint the engine and get the frame ready and sorted and sent off to the powder coaters. The frame still hasn't gone. My intentions was to get it ready and send it out last week, but last week's work just went manic and ran out of time. But doesn't mean that I didn't have time to actually sort the engine out. So what we were pretty much left with at the end of the last video was a dirty engine which needed cleaning and sorting, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. Enjoy. And where this episode starts is exactly where it left us at the end of stripping the bike down. We need to sort this engine out. Needs sandblasting, glass blasting, whichever you want to call it. Ah, that is sharp. Look at that. A piece of Ducati fin got me there. Need to sandblast with a bit of glass material on this. First of all, I'm going to blast it with air just to get rid of all this dust and everything off it. All this residue and everything. That will take a lot off. And then we'll prime it all. Polish these intakes. They will come up quite nicely actually. I mean, there's not much work. They are aluminium. You can see how nice the finish is there. Prime it and then paint it. We'll probably do all that in this episode. And here we have it. A new looking engine. Nice. Obviously there's a lot of little bits that I need to sort out. I mean, it's, you know, in the short time it's just been sat here, it's gone a little bit dusty again. It's probably been about a day. Look at that. Dust. This workshop is the dustiest workshop ever, and I've not even done anything in here. So as you can see, we have new spark plugs, new accent colours. We've got this lovely cast iron colour offset against some black accents. Now I will be completely honest, I don't know what colour these are going to be. I've done them a satin black at the moment, only because of the engine standing on its own. The satin black works beautifully as a complementary to the cast iron. And I hadn't realised that these little bits here are actually brass. And that's polished up quite nice. I have polished up these as well. These are not been bolted at the moment because I don't have any M8s. I think these might be M8s, but I don't have any flanged nuts at the moment to actually bolt these down. I didn't want to use the old ones because the old ones are pretty pants. But these have polished up quite nicely, and they're gonna have an even further polish. I'll run them through the wheel as well, so it gets all the lines and everything just in the right direction, and it gets a really nice polished sheen. You're not gonna see much of these, you're only gonna see a slither of them between the frame. That's the main thing to kind of think about, is that the frame is gonna be hugging all of that, so you're not gonna see anything. There's gonna be a massive front fairing across that, so the only thing that's gonna be visible is this. And that's why I'm not sure whether I'm gonna do the casing on each side, keep it as a satin black, or do it in the same cast iron as this, because obviously once everything's on, you're not going to see the beautiful colour that this engine is. The other thing I need to do is I've taken the starter from where it's meant to sit. That's a bit of a pain to actually get it in and out, because you have to remove this cover here for some reason. Why they couldn't just put some external mounting bolts, I don't know, but hey ho. And as well, there's going to be a new sprocket on the back here. I've just kept that collar there at the moment, so this collar is just floating at the moment. And this hose at the back here, this crankcase ventilating hose, that's going to be all stainless steel woven braided tubes coming from there and everything. One piece as well, so I don't need to do it in two pieces like it was here. It's just going to be one piece that goes all the way up to the front to the airbox there. And that is it. Once we get the carburetors cleaned, the carburetors are over there. Once we get the carburetors cleaned, they can sit on there. You can't put the frame on with the carburetors there. They have to be taken off because there's a little cross section, which you can see here, that sits between those two intake pipes. And the other side, bit more dust everywhere. What I'll probably get around to doing is a little nice CNC'd cap for that. We need new banjo bolt to go there, and a new bleed nipple, braided hoses obviously for the clutch. But what's really going to stand out about this side is going to be the CNC aluminium cam belt covers that's going to go there. I'm not going to use the original ones. I'm going to have some beautiful CNC'd aluminium ones, and I'm going to leave them aluminium as well, and they will have a pattern going through so you can actually see the belts running throughout it. I might even put some orange accents just on these cam pulleys. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. And that is the end of that video. This engine is now cleaned and ready to have the frame put onto it, really. The frame is going to sit right on top in that beautiful orange colour, so the next job for me is to get that frame ready, get it off to the powder coaters. Hopefully I'll get it there on Wednesday morning, and depending on what their workload is like, it might take a week, it might take 2 weeks for them to get back to me. I'm cool with that. There's a lot to do in the meanwhile whilst I wait for that frame to come back. So that is all from me. So next week's video, I think might be a different one from the Ducati. It might be a little breather from that, because I want to put the entire frame video all in one lump video for you. So subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell icon. Follow me on Instagram.com, and also visit FootballIndustries.com if you want to see any merchandise. This is the flying brick t-shirt that I sell on there. So for all of you K fans out there, mostly 100, sorry, head over there and support off these tees. So until next week's video, everyone, please stay safe out there, because we're still not out the woods yet with everything that's going on. Bye bye.